Australia, the ancient Earth. Welcome back. Before we begin, take a moment to notice your breathing. You don't need to change it. Just notice the rise and fall of your chest. With every exhale, imagine you are releasing the events of the day. As a reminder, your screen will remain dark tonight. There is nothing you need to see. This space is designed to be a sanctuary for your eyes and your mind. Simply let the sound of my voice guide you into a state of deep relaxation. Part 1: The Oldest Soil. Close your eyes. Imagine you are standing in the middle of a vast, ancient landscape. The sun has just dipped below the horizon. Leaving behind a sky of bruised orange and deep, dusty red. You can smell the scent of the outback. Dry eucalyptus, warm earth, and the faint, sweet perfume of golden wattle. Australia is a land of incredible age. While other wine regions talk of history in hundreds of years, the soil here is measured in millions. It is some of the oldest, most weathered earth on the planet. Wine didn't begin here naturally. The vines had to travel farther than almost any other in history. In 1788, the first fleet arrived in Sydney Cove. Carrying vines from South Africa and Europe. But those first plantings struggled in the humid heat of the coast. It took a pioneer, a man named James Busby, to change everything. In 1831, Busby traveled across Europe, collecting over 600 different cuttings of vines. He treated them like precious cargo, keeping them alive during a 4-month journey across the churning dark oceans. As you drift into your blankets, imagine that wooden ship pitching and rolling in the waves, carrying the tiny, dormant green shoots that would eventually transform a continent. Part 2. The Barossa Sanctuary. Let's travel south to the Barossa Valley. In the 1840s, a group of Silesian settlers arrived here. Fleeing religious persecution in Prussia. They were farmers, and they brought with them a deep, quiet work ethic and a love for the land. They planted shiraz, imagine walking through a vineyard in the Barossa today. Some of the vines you see are the oldest living productive vines in the world. They were planted in 1843 and have survived for nearly 2 centuries. They don't look like the slender, leafy vines of the New World. They look like ancient, twisted sculptures. Thick, dark trunks, gnarled and weathered, reaching out of the red gold earth like old hands. These old vines have seen it all. They survived droughts, brush fires, and the passing of generations. Because they are so old, they produce very little fruit. But the fruit they do give is incredibly intense, deep, dark, and rich. Listen to the wind moving through those ancient leaves. There is a profound sense of permanence here. These vines are not in a hurry. They have all the time in the world. As we sit among the old vines of the Barossa, I want to take a moment to say thank you for being here. If these stories of the earth and the vine have helped you find rest, please consider giving this video a gentle like. And if you'd like to keep our library of peaceful histories growing, do subscribe to the channel. But for now, let go of any thoughts of the day. Let your breath become as slow as the ripening of a grape in the summer sun. As we move toward the limestone coast. Part 3. The Red Earth of Coonawarra. Further south, near the coast, lies a small, narrow strip of land called Coonawarra. It is only about 12 miles long and 1 mile wide. But it is one of the most famous patches of earth in the wine world. Underneath the grass lies a layer of terra rossa, a brilliant, rusty red soil sitting atop a bed of pure white limestone. Imagine the contrast. The vivid red earth and the stark white stone beneath it. This soil is a gift from the ancient sea. Millions of years ago, this land was underwater. As the oceans receded, they left behind the crushed shells of sea creatures, creating the limestone. The red clay on top is rich in iron and drains perfectly. When you drink a Cabernet Sauvignon from this red earth, you can almost taste the minerals and the cool coastal breeze. The vines here have to work, pushing their roots through the red clay to find the water stored in the limestone. Think of that journey of the roots, moving slowly, silently through the dark earth. Finding exactly what they need to thrive. You, too, can find that same groundedness. Feel the weight of the earth supporting you. Part 4. The Secret of the Grange. In the 1950s, an Australian winemaker named Max Schubert went to Bordeaux. He was inspired to create a wine that could age for 50 years. A wine that could rival the best in the world. He returned to Australia and created Grange. But when he showed the first vintages to the critics, they hated it. They told him to stop making it. But Max believed in his vision. For several years, he made the wine in secret. He hid the barrels in the furthest, darkest corners of the cellar, away from the eyes of the bosses. He let the wine sit in the quiet, maturing, and softening in the dark. Years later, when the hidden bottles were finally opened again, the world realized he had created a masterpiece. It is a reminder that the best things often happen in secret, in the quiet, and with a great deal of patience. As you move closer to sleep, think of that quiet cellar. The wine didn't need the world's approval to become great. It just needed time and stillness. Part 5. The Southern Cross. The night is now deep and vast over Australia. High above, the Southern Cross constellation hangs in a sky so dark it looks like velvet. The heat of the day has completely vanished. Replaced by a crisp, cool air that settles over the vineyards of the Yarra Valley, the Hunter Valley, and Margaret River. The kangaroos move silently through the rows of vines. The kookaburras have gone to sleep in the gum trees. Everything is still. The ancient soil is cooling. The vines, from the young shoots to the 200-year-old giants, are resting. Feel yourself sinking into that ancient peace. You're a part of a long, slow history. There is nothing left to do. The journey is complete. The wine is in the barrel. The sun has set. And the world is quiet. Sleep now under the southern stars. Sleep and be well.